In Selenium, how do we perform taking screenshots? So normally in QTP and all, we have an option to take screenshot, right? In using coding itself, if we give some coding means, it will automatically save the screenshot of that particular screen or particular image. It will store it in the particular file path. But here in Selenium, there is no specific method. We are going to use some third-party APIs. API is nothing but application programming interface, which is like a third-party drivers or third-party jar files. We are going to integrate these jar files inside our Eclipse to make it work. So if you want to perform some special functionalities like taking screenshots, and if you want to compare two images, like that, if you want to perform some functionalities, that functionalities, if it is not available in Eclipse, means we are going to use these kinds of third-party APIs. Okay. So today we are going to see about the APIs only. So API is nothing but application programming interface. In this, we are going to see two things using this A-short API. We are going to take the screenshot of a particular image. Also, we are going to compare the images. Two things we are going to do. So we are going to follow some specific methods. You can keep it point like you're going to store it. Nothing is going to change. Whatever website you're going to give, you are going to perform the same kind of methods. These lines will not even change. These kinds of methods will not even change. So you are going to understand only the concept here. It is not necessary for you to remember all the methods. A large number of APIs we will be using. So in that, we are going to, based on our scenario, whichever which are needed, we are going to use that APIs only. We are going to learn only the things how to install these APIs and how to implement it inside how to configure it inside our Eclipse software, and how we are going to perform the action. So we are going to use third-party API, which is called A-short API, and we can download. We are going to download the jars. So how we are going to download the jars is, all the API jar files are available in this repository, MVN repository. This is the official website for downloading any kind of API jar files. Okay, so whatever in future also, if you want to download any API jar files, you are going to download it from the mvnrepository.com only. So this is the official website. Okay, it will show multiple sites. See, but we need to download it only from the mvnrepository.com. Okay, so this is the official website. You can directly go to that website. And in this, you are going to download the jar file. Okay, only the jar file. So in this, it will show you the versions, whichever version, latest version available. You can download it from there. So otherwise, you can see what are the versions available, and you can download the latest version from there. So as of now, don't download 1.5.4, download 1.5.3 because it has some issues. Okay, this version have some issues, so you download 1.5.3. I will better tell you. I have given the direct link here. Anyway, you can just you can note it here also. You can download it from this website, directly from this website, or you can search this API and you can click on the particular version, whichever version you need, and go to that page, and inside that you can download the jar file. Okay, so you're going to download only the jar file, not the POM or anything of this. We are going to need only the jar file. So like as we did before, we are going to download all the jar files inside our directory. Anywhere you can keep it inside a software folder, like our Chrome exe file, it will be downloaded. So I have downloaded everything inside the software folder. See, I have downloaded A-short 1.5.3, which is an executable jar file. Okay, and like this, we are going to download these three also, these two. GSEN for only for screenshot, for taking screenshot on for comparing the images, we need to download three APIs because Selenium is not supporting the particular functionality. For that reason, we are going to use these APIs. We need to download all these three APIs so you can have this as a note, then only you will be able to perform it. So the based on APIs there will not be much interview questions, but if they ask if you can perform a specific functionality means, at that time you can mention these API app names. Otherwise you can just say that we can compare images in Selenium, we can take screenshots of particular images and we can store it in a drive, like that you can explain. But if they are specifically ask about the API name means, you need to know the API names. So there are only some of the famous APIs we will be working with, but there are still more APIs. So if the company want to perform specific functionality, they will ask you to explore whether there is any other APIs available. At that time, you're going to search for the APIs and you're going to download that jar files, and you will be performing the same process. You will be downloading everything from the mvnrepository.com and you will be using that kind of methods inside your program. So these are like external things like value addition programs. These are not inbuilt Java Selenium programs. These are value addition programs. If we want to perform these actions, we can use this APIs. Otherwise, it is not necessary like that. So same process we are going to do for GSEN as well as hamprestall.com. Hamprestall also is an API. So same way you can perform. So if you want to download GSEN, you can just go to the same website and you can type GSEN and you can click on this GSEN. Which version you want you can download. As of now I have downloaded 2.8.5, which is working fine, so I downloaded that. So 2.8.5, again you're going to download the jar file. Okay, so that will also be downloaded inside this. See, this is our JSON, and the same process we are going to perform for hamcrestall. Same thing, you're going to perform for copy and paste it inside the folder, search it, and you're going to click it. In this, the latest version is 1.3, so we are going to click on 1.3 and we are going to download the jar file. Okay, so this is what the three APIs which we needed: A-Shot, GSON and hamcrestall. So now let's see how to take the screenshot of the particular logo or particular image from the website. We are going to take a screenshot of a particular image. Go to our Eclipse project, build path. We are going to add the three files. Add external jar, and we need to add the three jar files: A-Shot, GSON, hamcrestall. All the three you need to add. See, it is already added, so I'm not adding as of now. I have added hamcrestall, and another one JSON will be added. So these are the three files I have added. So just click on apply and click on close. So once you're done with it, what is our operation? What is our scenario? What we are going to do is, we are going to capture this logo. This one, right? The open source HR management till this part. We are going to capture this image and we are going to store it inside our folder. That is our scenario now. So how we are going to do it? So using the program. So first thing we know, open the Chrome driver. We are going to get the URL, that is open the URL. And now we are going to get the XPath of that particular image. So this is our image. We are going to get the XPath of this image and I have pasted it here. Okay. So we are going to get the details and we are going to store it inside the web element. We have stored it. Now These are the things which we are going to use it from this API, that is A short API methods. So screenshot is our class, and we are going to declare an object, and we are going to say that this is a shot. This is the method which is taken from A shot dot take screenshot of. This is the method. Okay. So in from the A shot, we are going to
Okay.
use the method called take screenshot of, which you are going to take the screenshot inside the driver. We are going to take the screenshot of only this element, web element. We are going to take the screenshot. You understand this line? Screenshot is your class name, and this is your object name. And here we are going to say that from the A shot via API, we are using the method called take screenshot, and from the driver is our Mozilla, that is a Chrome driver, our browser. Inside the browser, we are going to get the capture the element, only this web element. That is only the logo element I am going to capture, and I am going to store it inside the object name logo image screenshot. Now what we are going to do is we need to write it somewhere inside the file name. Okay, so how do we do that? For that we have a specialized method called imageio.write. Because this is the image, this is not a file, so we are using a specific method called imageio.write of, which one you are going to write? Logo image screenshot. For that we need to get the image first. We are going to capture the image first, because this is set as screenshot only, but we are going to capture the image, then only we are going to write it. Where we are going to write it? Where we are going to write it inside the file name, that is D. We are going to give the file name as rnhrm logo.png, and which format we are going to use it? It should be in the PNG format. Logo image screenshot dot get image of will get the image details, and we are going to use the method called imageio.write. In that we are going to get the image, and the image should be in the PNG format, and it should be stored in the file. For that only we are using new file, because file is again a class name. Okay, that is the reason we are giving this new. We can't just every time initialize file names equal to new file of. Every time if we wanted, instead of declaring like that, we can just say that new file of that file location where we are going to store it. Okay, now it will be stored, but how do we pull it? We need to get the details, right? We are saying that we are going to store it inside D drive. But if I want to use that file, I am going to use the file class name, where this one we used in our, mostly we will be using it for Excel files, TXT files, we will be using this class name. Excel file we used file input stream, right? Like that, for txt files and all, we'll be using the class name called file. F is your object, new file of that line. What it will do, this file details will be stored inside the object name called F. Okay, so this is the part. Till only these three lines are related to the API concept. Okay, so these three lines are used from taken from the API concept. These are WebDriver concepts, and these one we already know, if conditions and all. Only these three lines, these are the new methods we are using it in our this concept for taking the screenshot. Okay. Now, if I want to check whether the file is there or not, sometimes what happens, the file will not be stored inside the D drive. To check whether the file is existing or not, we are using if f dot exist of. If the file exists, that is the image is stored, means at that time what we are going to do is we will say that system.out.println image file captured. File is already existing. File is captured. You can go and check it there. Or if the file is not there, means it will say that image file not exist. Okay.
Okay.
So now I have given the path as D and orange HRM. So I will just check whether the file is already there. If it is there means I will delete it. Yes, it is there. So I will delete it. Now we will execute this program. It is just going to open the URL. Other than that, everything is happening in the background. It is going to take the image file and it is going to store it in the D drive, and it will check whether the file exists, and we will get only the messages image file captured. If everything is done properly, we'll be getting a message. That's it. Okay, it is loaded. We'll just check whether this is why it is getting error means it is that timeout receiving message means every website will have a loading time. Right now it is loading very slow, so loading time error. Okay, timed out receiving message from render is 10 seconds. Every time it will wait for 10 seconds for the websites to load. For that, it is just giving a warning message. Other than that, not an issue. And it displays that file capture. So you can go to your folder and you can check whether the image is stored or not. So that is the thing. So see, we have a D drive, and in that you got the same name file. Orange HRM logo. It is in the format of PNG. It got stored, and the image is loading. If I open the image, you will be getting only this part, because we got the XPath of that particular image, and we are going to check. Oh yeah, this is the logo. See, orange HRM logo.png files captures only the logo and it is stored in the D drive. This is the way we take the screenshot, or we can store particular part of the image inside your folder.